Good morning. Let's talk about Medicare Supplements, also known as Medigap. I really like case studies because we are able to break it down and learn from them. So let's talk about it. I have a Medicare recipient that is older than 65. They continue to work with credible coverage, so they use the employment verification form, and I have that linked in my bio if you need it. They filled it out, sent it to their HR department. They filled it out, said, hey, this person has coverage until this time, submitted it with their Medicare enrollment application. They have their Medicare card in hand, and it was effective April 1st. They called to get onto a Medicare supplement, also known as a Medigap, with a carrier, and the girl that, when she was taking all their information, denied them and said, you can't get on this Medicare supplement because you're not going to pass underwriting. And they were very confused because the rule is you have a 6-month period to get onto a Medicare supplement once you turn 65 or your Part B is effective. So technically they had 6 months to get onto this Medicare supplement. But this girl that they were talking to doesn't understand the rules. It is, and you can look it up on Medicare.gov if you want, but it is a 6-month period to get onto a Medicare supplement, either when you turn 65 or when your Part B is effective. So they had 6 months from April 1st to get onto it. So they called me all confused and really upset because they need to be on a Medicare supplement, and they were really afraid that they were going to have to get onto a Medicare Advantage plan. Here's 2 reasons I want to say, and I'm not saying that this girl was doing this, but there are some agents out there that would do this. We would get paid more putting this person on a Medicare Advantage plan, also known as a Part C. Now, I'm not debating which one is better. That's not the purpose of this video. But for their health and their needs, they need to be on a Medicare supplement. So if you're not a very good agent or you're just chasing commissions, you're going to tell somebody that and put them on a Medicare Advantage plan, and now they're going to be loaded up with co-pays and max out-of-pockets and networks, and that's not what this person needs. This person needs a wide variety of doctors and doesn't need to be in a network. They need to be able to travel around to different doctors that they need to see. So when we were talking, I explained to them that it was a 6-month period that they had to get on a Medicare supplement. So we called the carrier ourselves and we talked to an agent. We got a different agent because you don't always get the same one. So we talked to an agent and they told us the same thing. So I asked for a supervisor. Once I got the supervisor and I showed them where they were wrong, the supervisor agreed with me and said that they were going to give these people some more training. But that is a big problem, because how many people might have called and thought, oh gosh, I don't qualify, so now I'm going to have to stick with the Medicare Advantage plan. That is wrong. Another case that I have an 80-year-old Medicare recipient that worked until he was 79 years old. Why? Because he just likes to work. But he had group insurance, so he didn't need Medicare. So when he was coming off, we did the employment verification form, submitted it with his Part B premium application, and then when he got his card, we put him on a Medicare supplement. Why? Because of his health and his age. And he was guaranteed issue. He was new to Medicare. It doesn't matter if you're 65, 75, 85, or 90. If you're new to Part B premium, new to Part B as in boy, then you are in your guaranteed issue, which is a 6-month window. All right. I hope that clears that up for people. Have a great day.